President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Good evening, Mr. President. I hope this letter finds you and with dispatch. The entire nation has been gripped with the events at ejura Udumase. Blood has been spilt. Stones have been hurled by angry youth. Bullets have also been fired by men in uniform, by soldiers. We are aware that families have seen their loved ones badly injured, and some will see their relatives no more. Often when such an issue comes up, the lives and casualties get lost in the numbers. But we are aware that they are citizens. You may have been briefed as to who they are, but I also want to inform you as a citizen. The police, after being chased from the community on Tuesday by angry youth who were on their way to bury Kaka, the activist, the soldiers arrived in pickups as backup. They walked out of the bus or out of the vehicle, walked towards the crowd, and started firing. Immediately, the crowd began to disperse, with some running to seek shelter in nearby houses. Then, the soldiers started firing into the crowd. One knelt, took aim, and fired. 2 persons have died as a result of the shooting incident. The first victim, Abdul Nasir Yusuf, age 25, was shot in the left shoulder and chest. He's said to have had internal bleeding in the chest and died even before arriving at the hospital. He was a farmer and a traveling agent. The second victim, Mutala Muhammad, age 26, was shot in the back through to the chest. He arrived at the Ejura hospital with a severe chest injury and internal bleeding. He was resuscitated and transfused with blood, but still passed away 10 minutes after arrival at the medical facility. He's said to have been a motor dealer. Some also got injured, Mr. President. According to available information, the first person sustained severe injuries on the thigh. The femur bone got completely fractured. Sources say he had multiple deep laceration on the thigh with bleeding into the thigh muscles. He was given blood on arrival. The second victim had an injury on the right abdomen, which affected the right hip bone. He was also given blood before going unconscious. The third and fourth persons also sustained injuries on their thigh and are said to be stable. Thank goodness. While we await the outcome of the police investigations and also the public inquiry upon your directive, fellow Ghanaians expect some more from you, Mr. President. We expect you to show empathy. Empathy is seeing with the eyes of another, listening with the ears of another, and feeling with the heart of another, as Alfred Adler defines. It's possible that you are pained or sad about what's happened in Ejura, but Ghanaians have not seen that. I'm sure your social media team may bear testimony, may have realized the outpour of disappointment in your silence in posting personally on this sad incident. If you're wondering why they will be disappointed, I'll tell you. Because when the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, France, caught fire, you showed us how you felt about it in a tweet. When George Floyd died after a police officer choked him with a knee, you showed how you felt in a tweet. When the NSAS protest happened in neighboring Nigeria, you expressed your feelings about it via a tweet. So, when 3 Ghanaian citizens get killed in Ghana this week, the least we expect is for this to mean more to you and for you to show how you feel. As the father of the nation and our senior citizen, we expect you to mourn with us. Show us your tears while taking action to bring the perpetrators to book. When you don't, it sends a message that Ghanaian lives don't matter as much to you. And I don't want to believe that's your reality, Mr. President. So, Mr. President, all Ghanaians, want to hear you. The Information Minister Kojo Ponkroma spoke on your behalf and on behalf of government on this matter. A statement by the Director of Communications at your office, signed by Eugene Ahin, also issued a statement on the directive and indicated your sadness too. But addressing the nation on this matter to tell us how you feel about all of this in a video broadcast is not too much to ask. Imagine what each family member, for Kaka, the activist, who was a member of your party, Abdul Nasir Yusuf, Murtala Mohammed, and those on the hospital beds getting treatment, and the many distraught citizens will feel seeing you speak directly, not to their heads, but to their hearts. Mr. President, you must be keenly interested in the man who assaulted Kaka in his home on Saturday night at dawn Sunday morning. The arrest and prosecution will bring closure to his wife and children, who are the worst affected and are suffering the most. And it will also signal that his death was not on the altar of silencing free speech, as has been suggested. Also, Mr. President, every bullet fired in ejura Dumasi, which has killed and injured Ghanaian citizens, must be accounted for. We expect that the soldier caught on camera, kneeling and shooting into the crowd like a training practice, must be identified and punished. There's palpable apprehension that a public inquiry will end up like the outcome of the Short Commission report as regards the Ayawasu West Wogon by-election violence. Prove the skeptics wrong by implementing the recommendations, the full recommendations of the committee's work when they are done. Mr. President, how this issue ends will form a part of your legacy when your tenure ends on the night of 6 January 2024. Mr. President, 29th June 2021 is a day we will never forget. And the only way the pain of this day will be assuaged is when justice is done and justice is seen to be done. On this matter, we'll also watch keenly to see what the outcome would be as spectators, and also fully express our rights and responsibilities as citizens. I thank you for your attention, Mr. President. And that will be it for State of Affairs. I'm Francis Aban. Good night.